What an amazing girl. Excuse me. Hello and welcome back. It's been a while. I was very busy being unemployed and then I got sick. By the way, do you like my new channel intro? In this video, I would like to give you a long overdue corn snake update, mainly regarding the progress that we've made with the target training and summarize a vet visit that occurred last month. Also, stay tuned until the end of this video as I have an exciting new segment I would like to introduce to you all. Let's start by showing you some of our target training progress. This is actually one of the most successful sessions I was able to capture on camera so far. This is the corn snake in her exercise tent, which, unlike her terrarium, is a space that she is not too familiar with, so she is typically a lot more vigilant and less likely to be out in the open, especially in my presence. I always wait a bit until she's gotten it fully down, because if you disrupt her too early, she will get scared and then won't respond to further targeting. But I think she looks ready to go. Let's see. Where are you gonna go? Can we make you go over here? So it is all the more impressive when she actually started following the target. Slowly, but she was following it nonetheless. It might not look like much, but this was quite a big deal to me. Also, note how she does not strike at the target and instead waits for the positive reinforcement, in this case a pinky, to be presented to her at the target. This is something she does not always do, as she can be incredibly food motivated at times. I think you're being polite, 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 no striking the target. There we go. Give you a third one, but you are too fat. Now that we've seen one of the best training sessions to date, here is the opposite extreme. Because progress is not linear, and while she might behave perfectly in some sessions, she is absolutely capable of being a very chaotic creature in some of my other sessions. I guess it depends on her mood. Like this one, just see for yourself. What an amazing girl. Excuse me. Come here. No, stop it. Can we wait? Can we wait? Oh boy, oh boy. Hey, hey, rude, rude, rude. Can we not do that, please? Let me get you in focus. Such a rude girl. Fine. Now you're patient? There we go. And if you thought that target training session was bad, the feeding that follows it is not much better. It seems she forgot the basics of eating a mouse. Oh, what are you doing? Don't drop it. Oh. Okay, wait, I need to help you. Girl, what are you doing? Oh, okay. Let's help you. Target. Don't bite it. No biting. Looking back, I should have intervened a lot earlier and just grabbed the mouse with the tweezers and kind of pulled it back into the terrarium along with the snake. Also, right after she had bit herself, I immediately checked to see if she had any injuries, but it seems her teeth didn't actually get through her scales, so she was uninjured. She seemed fine afterwards. She ate normally, so there was nothing wrong. As you can see, despite the occasional setback, I am having quite a great time training and caring for my corn snake, at least compared to all the drama and shenanigans I was going through with my ball python. Seriously, I don't see how anyone could say they make good beginner pets. The corn snake seemed like a total low-maintenance dream pet. That is, until I started to observe something peculiar. In the occasional moments that I handled the snake, usually to transfer her from her exercise tent back to her terrarium, I noticed that she was getting a bit lumpy. I mean, I did start to see some signs of weight gain in the form of some visible hips developing on her. Maybe I should name her Shakira because these hips do not lie.
Ladies up in here tonight. No fighting.
Which indicates that I had probably been too enthusiastic with the food reinforcements during the target training sessions and would probably need to space out the feedings more in the future. Anyways, this weight gain alone was not enough to warrant a vet visit. What I was getting very suspicious about, however, was the formation of small lumps and bumps at the side of the snake's body. They were barely there, but when letting the snake move through my hands, they became quite noticeable. And these bumps were quite uneven. Now, if you Google snakes having lumps under their skin, you will get a variety of suggestions ranging from parasites to cancer. And while I didn't think it was likely that my snake had either of these things, since she appeared to be living her best life in spite of her lumpiness, I thought it would still be better to be safe than sorry, and so I booked a vet appointment online, as they have specific websites just for doing so here in France, which I didn't know about before and is quite convenient. I was able to find a vet capable of taking in reptiles only a 10-minute drive away from where I was, which is one advantage of living in the densely populated hellscape that I'm currently trapped in, I guess.
This is my transport box that I will use. I made some holes on the sides. This is a hide that I will remove because I'm just going to take her in this hide and plop that hide in there. That will be the least stressful mode of transportation for her. Then the vet did ask for some information, so I did like a little nerdy printout type thing documenting the food, the technicalities of the enclosure, and I guess I also documented the exercise space. And then they also asked for samples in this lovely muesli bag. Samples of the snake's bedding. So I mixed a bit of the aspen that I have on one side and the dirt, reptile soil or whatever you want to call it, that I have on the other side. And then I also, which was not asked, but I did it anyways, I have a bit of poop. Because she happened to poop 2 days ago, and I'm like, you know what? Let's take it just in case, so I don't need to come back again if they do need it for anything. So, okay, let's take the snake out and let's get going, because otherwise I will be late. I'm so sorry, little cutie. I don't think she's going to like this. Remove my thermostat. I'm gonna turn off the lights, I think. So she's not inside, then there's no point. Sorry, snake. Sorry. I'm sorry. Ooh, perfect. And then I'm gonna wrap it in a blanket so it doesn't cool out too much. And here is the lid.
So I arrived there with my corn snake. The vet placed her under an infrared lamp and then proceeded to examine the snake by repeatedly squishing along her entire body. I guess it was to feel the skin and also the skeleton. The vet even held a little stethoscope to her little snake chest to listen to her little snake heart, which must have sounded really cool, and now I wish I could have done that myself. Maybe I should invest in a stethoscope. Apart from that, she also checked the snake's mouth and face, and she did indeed feel some of the lumps that I was describing, which made me feel very vindicated, as I now knew this was not just my overactive imagination. Also, I have to say I was extremely proud of my corn snake for handling the whole ordeal so well. She was stressed but didn't show any extreme signs of stress, like she didn't rattle her tail a single time and seemed to be quite calm after I returned her back into her enclosure. I do think my passive socialization and choice-based handling, although I don't always implement it perfectly, seem to be having a positive effect in how tolerant and outgoing my snakes have become. So anyways, the riveting conclusion of this vet visit was that my snake probably doesn't have cancer, she is just fat and should be fed less frequently. The lumpiness and the uneven lumps are probably just an uneven fat distribution and may become more even over time, either through weight gain or loss. The vet told me to weigh the snake before each feeding and then monitor the evolution of her weight. If she loses weight but the lumps remain, then I should see the vet again. She also told me that there may be a chance that my corn snake, she, is actually a he, but we didn't probe the animal, so for now the true sex will remain a mystery. Then the vet gave me horse dewormer. Yes, really. But not that dewormer, you know, the famous one. No, it's another one. It has a different name. So Panacur, or fenbendazole, is a chemical that can target a wide range of nematodes and other parasitic worms. So how does this thing work? Well, apparently this chemical can target or inhibit microtubulin, which is a part of the cytoskeleton, which is an essential part of cells, which means this thing kills off cells, which then kills off the parasite, and it lets go of the intestine and gets excreted out. No, do not ask me for any further details because I am very much not a biochemist. According to this vet, it doesn't hurt to prophylactically deworm all your animals and possibly even yourself and your children, although I'm not 100% sure if she actually meant that because my French is not the best. She basically suggested I deworm my snakes to get rid of any potential parasites they may have. And so I was given syringes and a small vial containing the amount of dewormer needed for both snakes. This was calculated based on their body weight. And though this product is originally for horses, it can actually be used on all sorts of animals, as the chemical targeting the worms works in the same way for all of them. Though when researching its use on reptiles, I mainly only found results for its use to treat wild-caught specimens. So, did I deworm my snakes? Well, no, if I understood correctly, and again my linguistic capabilities are not the best, the vet mentioned that the dewormer might have a small effect on the snake's digestive systems, possibly leading to discomfort. And as I think the likelihood of my snakes having parasites is extremely low given their body condition and the fact that they probably never interacted with the outside world, I decided it was not worth it for now. However, I did find an online service that lets you order and then send out a test kit with a sample of your snake's fecal matter to a lab, who will then let you know if they detected any parasites in it. This costs around 25 euros, so this is something I'm planning to do in the near future. If they do detect something, well, then I already have the dewormer ready to administer. If they don't, maybe I can sell it off to some weirdos on Facebook Marketplace. Now I'm curious to know if you have any thoughts on deworming snakes. What would you have done in my situation? Would you have dewormed them? Let me know in the comments below. And now, I have the pleasure of introducing a new section to my videos. Welcome to our very first snake showcase. In a social media environment dominated by hardcore hobbyists and breeders with large collections, I thought it could be nice to celebrate the more casual keepers, people with only a few animals or only one, who invest a lot of time and resources into keeping these animals to the best of their abilities. Our first feature is Noodle. Noodle is a ball python born on the 25th of May 2022. He is mostly comfortable with handling and an enchimorph. One of his owners, Jamie, is planning to eventually upgrade him to an OSB enclosure 6 feet in length and 4 to 5 feet high, which is probably going to be amazing for the snake. I wish Noodle and his family all the best, and I hope that he is settling in well. And that's it for now. The next video will probably be on the artsy side. I have a more sciencey video planned as well, but like Lord knows when I'm going to get around to actually producing that. If you liked this video, please don't forget to hit the like button so more people can potentially be subjected to this kind of content. You can also hit the subscribe button, but no pressure there. It's all up to you. Goodbye.